I did a thing. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we have a very exciting unboxing and sort of exploring my brand new DJI Osmo Pocket 3. As you know, last week during one of my vlogs, I did go to a camera store with one of my friends, and instead of buying a lens, I picked up on this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 creator combo, and I've been looking at this camera for about a year and a half now, but decided to actually get my other vlog camera. At the time, the Canon SX740HS was my primary choice, particularly for video and photo, and it really still is. This is one of the most handy compact cameras I've ever bought for myself, and I definitely recommend it to anyone and everyone who is looking to get a vlog and photo camera. However, with the Black Friday specials coming up, I was notified that this creator combo was going on special from, I think, 17,000 Rand to 13,000 Rand. A 4,000 Rand drop like that is insane with all of the stuff this creator combo comes with. I knew I had to take a bit of an advantage to it, so I managed to get it. As you guys saw in the unboxing video, there is a lot in this combination, and I just couldn't wait to unbox it, so I did it the night I got it, and I've been shooting sample content and sort of figuring out the camera before I make this video. So one of the primary reasons why I decided to get this camera is because it is more of an action camera, and particularly because of the wide angle lens appeal. Recently, I have been looking to get some lenses for my Canon EOS R50 that I'm shooting on right now, but I also want to use this camera for photos, so I need to find lenses that are both photo and vlog friendly. At this point in time, I've been using my Nikon D3300 for the last 10 or so years for photo shooting, but because it is a old DSLR camera, the quality is only up till 1080p, and because we are shooting in 4K plus now, it doesn't necessarily work for photography. Although I won't be getting rid of it, it's definitely something that I need to reconsider investing so many lenses and so many gadgets and kit items into, and focus on investing in kits and lenses for my new cameras. So the basis of appeal for this DJI Osmo is the fact that it is very compact. It kind of comes with that grip and tripod setup, as well as, like I said, the wide camera and the flexible camera top, which is known as your gimbal. Essentially, I did want to get a bunch of different varieties of cameras for myself for different conditions, and just to explore and let you know which are the best cameras to get nowadays. I am currently trying to put together a camera video. It is going to take extremely long to go through all of my cameras. However, I have more time now, so it will be coming soon. So we're gonna start with what came in the creator kit, and then we're gonna move on to some of the camera quality and some sample shots and kind of exploring the settings that this camera has. So one of the things I really liked about the creator kit, and actually about DJI in general, is that they come with a case, and this is something really great to have when you are buying cameras, of course, so that you don't have to invest in a separate bag. I do have an extremely large camera bag that has just been sitting around because I haven't been traveling as much, so I'll be happy to just put this whole kit into my big camera bag whenever I'm going somewhere. So let's get the nitty-gritties out of the way. One of the first things I did notice was that it comes with a Type-C to C charger, so again, really great for on the go. One of the last smaller things I noticed was that this creator kit comes with a macro lens that just magnetizes onto the top of this camera. It is a 15mm lens. And I think I did forget to include it in the unboxing video, and I only saw it in the kit the day after, and I was like, this needs to be added. Next up is the kit itself and kind of the stuff that you would be using on your vlog basis when you are filming videos and the types of conditions you can film in. So one thing that really drew me to getting the creator combo instead of just buying the camera standard is that it comes with this Bluetooth mic. This Bluetooth mic has a shutter button as well if you'd like to be taking photos on your camera, but it is also really great for when you want to record videos and have that Bluetooth microphone. Of course, it's got a clip and it does come with a small magnet to magnetize stuff if you'd like to add it onto a surface or anywhere that you are shooting. This is the teeny tiny magnet and it is extremely strong. Of course, if you want to adjust sort of the sound and the wind reduction, comes with the little muff that you can take off. Another thing I really liked about this creator combo is, of course, the little case that this comes with. The camera just fits in here. You can buy a latch to go over it and sort of carry your camera safely in a bag. This works really well for me because it's got all these little grooves in it that allows the camera to stay put in your handbag without ruling out or damaging the lens of the camera. And within this case there are two little magnetic spots for you to put in the wide angle lens and the macro lens. So I'm going to show you the camera first. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in all her cuteness and glory. One of the disadvantages and some of the issues I've been seeing with this camera is the whole rotating your screen to turn it on. So if you want to avoid that, you just press the record button and it will turn on. It will stay in portrait mode, however you can still have your screen in portrait mode while shooting landscape. Unless you'd like a bigger screen, then you can rotate your screen. So one of the key things that have come with this camera is a grip extension. If you have small hands like me, of course this is perfectly fine, but if you have bigger hands or if you need a larger and more sturdy grip, this does come with a grip extension. This is the little grip extension piece. It has a Type-C adapter there where it just fits into the camera and it creates an extension. It does create a little bit more security when you are holding the camera, which is something really great, especially if you're doing action vlogs and there's a lot of movement. To release, this button here just needs to be pressed and you take it out. Now the creator combo also includes a backup battery, which is also technically an extension grip. Looking at the size difference of them, you're kind of spoiled for choice on how long you want your grip to be, and you get a spare battery. The spare battery, of course, is heavier, but it is Type-C charger, so you can charge this, the back here, and if you don't want to use it as a battery, it can just be dead, I guess, and you can just use it as a grip. The battery will show on the camera, and the battery of the camera and the power bank will show together. Again, also got a release button. Now the tripod also comes in the bag to attach to either the grip or the backup battery. Both have the little ports at the ends where you can screw in the tripod. There are many different kinds of tripods or different styles of tripods and stands that you can buy which will fit here, or with a standard tripod as well, it does work. So this is what the extension grip looks like with the tripod, and when you have this kind of a setup with the grip and the tripod, it creates even more of an extension and the tripod kind of just sits perfectly. All of these items are able to fit and came in this little case, which has all of those beautiful sections for you to divide your gadgets and put everything in. So that is everything that comes in the creator combo for this camera. Now let's kind of look at some of the features. So as part of this camera, you have a record or shutter button here, and next to my thumb here you've got a what seems like a button but is actually a joystick. And then of course at the top here you have the camera, and the rotational piece is called a gimbal. To turn it on, like I said, you just press that record or shutter button, or you can rotate the screen. Now there are different settings and functions that you can have on your gimbal. You can adjust the tilting, the rotating of the camera based on either the camera's movement. You can have the tilt locked, you can have it move with you and follow you. There are different types of settings that you can have on your gimbal which basically cater to the different purposes. Of course, the screen is touchscreen, which is a really great thing to have nowadays, considering it is so small. It's just easy access for you to tap and go. I'm going to rotate the screen to landscape. There is a button in the corner that allows you to change the direction of the camera, which basically rotates it. Now, the joystick can be used to move the camera either down or up, which allows you to not have to move the camera physically to adjust the camera's direction. The joystick also allows you to move left and right, so it rotates your gimbal left and right. Now, your joystick also functions as a zoom stick, so you will have to select the zoom buttons on the screen, and that allows you to zoom in. Over here, you press that, and that now allows us to zoom inward. As you can see, I've got my camera settings on 4K 60 FPS. You can also choose the size of the frame and the photos that you are shooting. Now, when your screen rotates to portrait mode, you press continue, otherwise it'll automatically shut down, and it reduces to 3K when you're shooting in portrait mode, but it stays in 4K when shooting horizontal. As you can see from the background, there is a very wide angle, which is something that I was definitely looking for in this camera. When swiping down, this gives you a bunch of other settings to play with. You can personalize and customize some of your shooting settings in the first icon over here. The second setting here is for your screen rotation and your capturing. So you can customize how you want your screen to rotate, whether you want it to automatically rotate, and how you want to change it in low light settings, your video settings, or if you want to do a hyperlapse. The third icon here is for your screen brightness. Currently my screen brightness is on 50 something because I don't necessarily need it too bright, and it does tend to waste the battery. The fourth function over here is called FT Selfie, and that essentially allows your face tracking to be enabled whenever you rotate the screen to selfie mode. The bottom icon here is all your general settings, so when you want to connect your mic, when you want to adjust some of your screen, your slider settings. It also has this very important gimbal calibration. Sometimes the Osmos malfunction where the gimbals don't recenter themselves, and what you can do is you can recenter it using the gimbal calibration. You can also adjust the sound function while adding grids for your pictures and your videos if that helps and makes sense for you. Again, it's got the factory reset function, and you can format your card, so this settings tool or the settings icon is literally where you just would do all of your general stuff. Next is shooting on landscape or portrait. Like I said, if you don't want to rotate your screen and you want to just keep it in a portrait mode, you can still shoot in landscape, and that's where you would do it here. The second last function here is your gimbal rotational speed, so you can adjust it to move quickly and move slowly, or move on a default mode. I currently have it on default, but again, depending on whether you're doing action shots, whether you're doing a slow-mo, anything of the sort, you can adjust your gimbal speed. Last little function on the drop-down menu is to adjust your gimbal. When you select that, you have a range of different settings that you can use, which will allow your gimbal to adjust to whatever conditions you'd like to shoot in. Currently, I have it on tilt lock. When we pull to the right, we get all of our shooting settings, and that includes our white balance, our exposure, our color grading, and the different adjustments on focus. Currently my settings are pretty standard. I have it on automatic white balance because I'm not shooting in a particular condition at a time, so unless I'm shooting in a constant environment where I'd like a specific setting, I will change it. I also have the exposure on auto because it will just automatically adjust, which is something that is very convenient for you not having to manually adjust your exposure. And then the color grading is something very controversial that a lot of the DJI Osmo users have with the whole shooting in D-Log and color grading and whatever. I just have it on normal color grading for now. If I want to change the color grading, I will, but usually that gets done in editing. Swiping to the other side, you will get all of the content you've shot before. You can click this and it will show you all of your content. Of course, you can select everything, you can like it, you can delete it. That's all the sample content I shot for you. The bottom here, you click the video icon. You can switch between video, photo, panorama, slow, and time-lapse. It also has a low light setting which allows you to shoot nicely in low light. I just keep it on video because I generally just use it for videos, but if you're wanting to take pictures, there is the photo setting and this becomes your shutter button. Now this camera takes a micro SD card which is currently in here, and that's sort of how your camera will store stuff. I think I have a 64GB micro SD in here currently, so with all the content I've shot, it gave me about an hour and 20 minutes or so. And then now I'm currently on 1 hour and 38 seconds left. If you change it to the photo setting, it will give me around about 50.1 gigs of storage left over. I also prefer to keep the camera quality on RAW so that it is the largest amount of files possible, and of course carry backup SD cards. Here's the face tracking enabler stuff that you can do on your camera. If you want to activate the face tracking settings, it's here, and when you rotate the screen onto a face, then it will track it constantly. Something pretty cool that you usually see on the DJI content is when they do spin shots in certain places. You'll see them doing these rotational shots on the beach, or when they are flying drones and such, they do a 180 or a 90-degree spin or something like that, and that is where you would do it. It's that little icon there that you click, and then you can adjust that. Now, if you want to continuously shoot on portrait, you just rotate your screen back and press continue. It will not shut off. And now you can shoot in portrait mode. Shooting in portrait mode again reduces the quality to 3K, which now gives me an hour and 11 minutes of filming instead of just 59 minutes. This is really cool for when you want to shoot content for reels and you want to shoot video. To turn mine off, I rotate it back and then I rotate it again and allow it to automatically shut down. And when I'm carrying it around, I just place it in the case. So that is pretty much it for everything in the creator combo for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So now we can get on to some sample footage I shot for you guys. Enjoy! Okay, we are sampling the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And we have a special guest. We are at Lifestyle, as usual. It's probably got the best lighting, the best kind of subjects, and we're gonna grab something to eat.